Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. What a weird way to start an episode. Episode 680 of Far Lands or Bust for your Saturday, April 14th, 2018. If you remember, at the end of the last episode, we didn't have enough wool to make a bed. So it's presumably, yep, it's still nighttime out. And we have a few minutes to spend with each other, my friends. We have a few minutes to spend with each other indeed. I don't have any sand to make glass. What I guess oh gosh, it's not safe outside. Wolfie's keeping guard. The only thing I can think to do for the next few minutes is to dig and maybe find some iron or something. I don't know. I mean, it's been a long time. Yeah, it's been since we've had this problem. I'm sure it happened since then, but the last time I remember this happening was episode 32. The episode was called I Need a Ba, and it was also the episode which we found Wolfie in. But that was the last time we spent the night without a bed. And I'm pretty sure I just cut the episode there or something. I don't remember what we did. But being very careful here. Like, if I can just find some iron, I'll be happy. Let's replenish some iron. Do some, not caving. If I find a cave, I don't think I'm gonna go exploring it. But, just do a little bit of branch mining, I guess. Boy, this game is dark. Like, remember when we didn't have the darkness or the brightness slider? You had to, like, place a torch every 3 blocks? Craziness. Well, while we're doing this, I should mention that this episode is actually being recorded live on Twitch for a Far Lands or Bust Friday. So the tension and suspension, the tension is even greater. Because it's all happening right before your very eyes. Well, maybe not your eyes if you're not here watching, but right before the very eyes of the people tuned in to twitch.tv/KurtJMac. Some of these fine individuals also donated to Direct Relief at farlandsorbust.com, which you can do at any time. Helping out Direct Relief through our fundraiser charity, trying to raise $50,000. Shift click doesn't work in furnaces. We are currently at $400, excuse me, and 81 cents. Thank you, everybody who continues to donate. When we do raise that $50,000 is when we'll finally press F3. Also, hopefully, during that flobathon, I remember to collect more sheep. At a much more prudent pace than I currently have kept up with. Indeed. Goodness. I almost, like, instinctually pressed F3 to see how deep I was. But I can't do that. That can't be done. Alright, I'm not finding... Oh, I was about to say, I'm not finding any more iron, but here's some iron. Let's see here. Boop. Alright. Ah! Spooky cave. Maybe just an underwater lake? Maybe. Ooh. Okay, I didn't... Oh god. I didn't mean to fall in here. This is that dangerous. I think I'm just gonna leave. Didn't I say, if I find a cave, I'm not gonna even tempt fate? There we go. That will be closed off for all of eternity. Let's go back up and smelt the rest of this iron and then check on the status of the sun in the sky. You know, the time of day, as it's often known. doesn't work. Indeed. Alright, we'll let that go. There was something I wanted to talk about, but now I forgot. It's a good thing you guys ask questions with your donations to Direct Relief. Wolfie knows. Hey, the sun came up. Let's get that iron and get a move on. That wasn't so bad. Of course, we've allowed a lot of things to spawn up on the surface. So, probably gotta be careful about creepers and stuff, right? That wasn't so bad at all. Although we still need to find sheep. We still need to find sheep. As you can see, our wool situation is quite dire indeed. What was I going to talk about? I talked about the car in the last episode. It's still here. I haven't given up and sold it quite yet. We don't need a furnace, so we'll just leave that there. Still got it. Still testing and driving it around. Installing it at stop signs. Gah, run away. Okay, we're good. We're good. Ooh, it's foggy this morning. I think I accidentally clicked the F key. I don't know why I'm bothering protecting this hidey-hole. Because there's no bed in it to protect. So I'll just leave it open. Yeah, that we're still we still got it. Oh, we still got it indeed. That way is east, this way is west. Let's clear the skies here, shall we? There we go. Okay. I'm really like very thrown off. My game here, I mean, aside from the fact that I'm recording this live, that kind of makes me a little bit self-conscious. But just the way the episode started, it's not right. There, of course, when I need sheep, there are none. None sheep with left beef. Oh yes, burning zombies. We'll let that one go about its business. But yeah, it's still been raining, so I haven't had much time to drive. There's pigs. There's zombies. So I'm still waiting for the weather to part. Took it out for a little bit of a spin last evening. Probably not the best time. It was kind of rush hour, even though I tried my best to stick to like neighborhood roads and stuff. Probably not the best timing. I just wish there was like a road nearby me that like I knew for a fact nobody drove on, and I would just drive up and down, up and down. That would be fantastic, but there's not that I know of. There's cows. How about sheep? Are we going to see rain? Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true, we might. The rain randomizer resetter resets every time you sleep, and since we didn't sleep, we have a higher chance of seeing weather here in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. Let's see here. So yeah, that's all the update with that. Sorry. I'm really let's for once in a long time actually pay attention to the game here. It's not something we normally do in Far Lands or Bust. Oh boy. Oh, I thought that was a sheep. It's a pig. My dear porcine friends, have you seen any woolen sheep nearby? No? No? This is some very interesting landscape we're finding ourselves in. I kind of want to go in that direction. See what's over there. But anyway, we did get some donations in. One from our friend Cone Dodger. Cone Dodger. Oh, that's a creeper. That's not what he said. Cone Dodger, with a donation, asks, since you seem to be having issues sleeping without a bed in Farlands Bust, are you likewise unable to sleep without a bed in real life? Cone says of himself that he can sleep literally anywhere, including happily on the floor. I guess before I answer this, were you able to sleep on an aeroplane? Because that is by far the most difficult place. Oh, jeez, you scared me? I just saw white pop out from the cave and thought it was a skeleton, but it was Wolfie teleporting. All right, this whole landscape is just chucking me a wobbly, as they say. Oh boy, oh boy. Nope, this was the wrong way to have traveled. Run away! Cone says he was in fact able to sleep on the airplane. Yeah, I can't. No, well, I mean, I can't remember the last time I've had to sleep without a bed. A lot of times I have problems sleeping on a bed. I'm notoriously unable to take naps during the day. Can't sleep on airplanes. And yeah, I don't know. I've never been like camping. So like sleeping on like a camping mat or just like in a sleeping bag. Oh jeez, that was a cow. Everything is giving me the jumpies. the jumblies in my dumblies. No, I honestly have no idea. I've never been like stuck in an airport or anything like that. Or had to sleep in like a cot. I like even hotel beds I have problems with. I think that's more a problem with the pillows. I've got some particular pillow requirements that usually aren't met by hotel pillows. But I also find it difficult to sleep without covers. I need that weight on me, which is bad when it's hot out. to like, even if I'm sweating buckets, I need something over that protects me from the monsters. Don't you know? Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Sheep, sheep, sheep. A singular shoop. Is that the singular? Yeah, got him. Are you the only one? Are there more from whence you came? I was about to say I wasn't almost not able to sleep on this night. That was one sheep. Oh, we got enough for at least 2 beds. So we can make it through this episode, at least. Careful, Wolfie, careful, Wolfie, careful, Wolfie, careful, Wolfie, careful, Wolfie. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Have a seat. Have a bone. Bloop. Got him. I could probably give you one more. Bloop. There we go. Got that sheep. Got that sheep. We're still not out of the woods yet. Still not out of the wool yet. No, that didn't work. Okay. But yeah, that was like the most distracted I've been trying to answer a question. But I hope that answers your question, Cone. I can't say there's been enough data points, spooky noises from my own experience to know if I can sleep without a bed. But just given the fact that I'm very difficult to sleep regardless, probably means I would have problems. Let's make some beds, and then make an elevated hidey hole, and then sleep! For the first time in 2 nights here in Farlands or Bust. We're losing our minds! We're getting delirious! with our lack of sleep. It's causing serious harm to our circadian oh, excuse me. You can't sleep. There you go. No bed for you. This dog gets no bed. All right, let's. This is just gonna reset everything and get my mind back on the Far Lands bus track. Let's continue in the morning. And awakeness. And that's right, no rain. No rain. We have had rain. Like, just as we're going to sleep. Like, we just happened to get the shortest amount of random time for weather to occur. But we did not have such an occurrence this time. Let's replant these trees because we're ecologically minded. Oh man. Petras, with a very generous donation as well, says, one of the very first fans of Far Lands or Bust was Gavin Free of the Slow-Mo Guys and Rooster Teeth. Do you still keep in touch with him? Like, I don't know that we've ever kept in touch. Like, I mean, it was more of a, it was an internet friendship. Like, we still reference each other in tweets or Instagrams and, you know, at random times. And the last time I saw him and hung out was at a charity event for, after the last, no, 2 TwitchCons ago. Game Changer charity event that he participated in, and I was there as well. There was a fancy mixer thingy afterwards. And now, like, he's doing a YouTube Red series of the Slow-Mo Guys show. The Slow-Mo Show. Is that what they're calling it? The Super Slow Show. That's what it is. Kind of a highly produced version of the show. But no, yeah, I mean, I think my channel is still on like the Slow-Mo Guys recommended channels list. More sheep, more sheep, more sheep. We've been saved. We've been at least momentarily saved. We got 8. Count them, 8. Wool. No pink sheep still, though. Perhaps it is the curse of the pink sheep. Ooh, look at that pillar. Let's go check out that pillar. Let's just swim there. So, yeah, I mean, I certainly... yeah. And I've met him a couple times at, like, different PAXs and things like that, but, I wouldn't say we talked much outside of, like, the internet, but, yeah. Gavin's cool dude. Oh, gosh, there's another cool dude. Not so cool dude. What the heck? I was just coming out here to look at your pillar. Can I not do such things? Woo, that was a precision attack. He was waiting for me. Nice pillar, gotta go. Thank you very much for that donation and question. I still gotta, speaking of Gavin, I gotta make more Far Lands or Bust flashbacks. It's been a couple of years since I've done any of those. Cone even, like, sent me the timestamp of one, like, a year ago. That was the, when I almost fell in lava. I gotta make one of that. And that makes me think of Gavin because he did one of the intro voices for that, for the Far Lands or Bust flashbacks. Bert K. Jack with a donation asks, and here's a question that I almost didn't add, but I think there's a wider answer I can give to this. Bert K. Jack, but Bert K. Jack answered their own question. No, asked, what happened to Eepblah? I loved it when she joined you. And this, like, not specifically speaking of Eepblah, but I mean, this kind of is along the same lines as even like Gavin or other, you know, YouTubers we've done things with in the past, or fans, or whatever. We've been doing this for 7 years. We've been doing this for 7 years. And people come and go. Friends come and go. Collaborators come and go. Platforms come and go. So yeah, I hope Eepblah and everybody else that perhaps has been a part of the Far Lands or Bust history is still doing well. I mean, similarly, we got you know, 2 Girls 1 Minecraft. Literally the first collaboration I did was with 2 Girls 1 Minecraft, and they've stopped doing YouTube. They did a little bit of streaming here and there, dabbling in the streaming. To the best of my knowledge, Nia has started to go to school for astrophysics to like get like advanced degrees in that. So that's a big deal. Obviously, it's going to kind of shift your priorities away from YouTube to spawner. You saw a spawner? Oh, I didn't see it. I can't go back to it. These are the sort of things that happen in a live stream. Is I glance over at chat and I'm like, whoops, I guess I didn't do the thing. I should be keeping my eyes out much better for more sheep, actually, is the kind of primary thing. Now that I've gotten a few sheep, like that guy over there. I feel like it's all hunky-dory. So yeah, I mean, I respect their privacy, not to like try to hunt anybody down to see how they're doing or what they're up to. I guess in a way I would expect the same of anybody asking similar questions. But yeah, we've been doing this for a long time. Channels come and go, people come and go. There's never been I've never been part of any sort of grand falling out, I don't feel, at least from my perspective. There's no YouTube drama. We keep things very simple and very conflict-free and friendly around these here parts. So yeah, I think that's the best way I kind of wanted to address that. I mean, as a thing that really isn't needing to be addressed at all anyway. Yes, Flob, the Farlands are the only constant in this world of tumult. Tumult, is that a word? Like singular present tense tumultuous? Is that a thing? And all of a sudden, in the chat, speaking of doing this for 7 years, an ant venom, a wild ant venom appears. I can't remember the last time I took damage either. Probably fall damage. It has to have been within the last bunch of episodes where I took fall damage accidentally. Because you can fall 2 blocks in this version of the game without damage. You can also fall 3 blocks, but sometimes. Sometimes you can fall for 3 blocks, and sometimes you'll take damage, and sometimes you won't. Tumult is indeed a word. See, I should be playing Scrabble in my spare time if I had any. And if I had friends who wanted to play Scrabble. Indeed. Pallet Hands had a question. Now that you're living in a much wetter climate, do you carry a brolly everywhere? Or do you wear a kagule? Are any of these words? I don't feel like any of these are words. Brawly? Kagule? See, I thought making up tumult as a word was a stretch, but now we've got donors making up words, trying to throw me off. Is brawly an umbrella? These sound like British made-up words. Am I right or am I right? No more sheep over here, just chickens. I don't know what a kagule is. Kagule? Kagule? C-A-G-O-U-L-E? It's like a pit maneuver from Wreckfest. Whoops. I think one of the things I was told early on in Seattle is that people in Seattle don't use umbrellas, despite being known as a very rainy, constantly rainy, always rainy. The rain is constant. Umbrellas are not a thing. You can spot the outsiders by those who carry the umbrellas. I'm still waiting to figure out what a kagule is, so I'll let you know about that in the morning. And awakeness. And awakeness. Right, Wolfie? Yep. Kagul, a knee-length type of anorak. What's an anorak? What the heck is an anorak? Thigh-length jacket. I did actually purchase a rain jacket coming from Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. Rain preparation was not necessarily on any sort of list of priorities. So I did buy a rain jacket. I guess you could consider it to be a kagul? Spooky kagul. It's like some sort of ghost term. Because it is like thigh length. But it's kind of... It's really nice, actually. It's kind of marketed as a hiking kagul. It's got a kind of a weird divider in the front that you can tuck your backpack waist belt through and under, so that your waist belt isn't on the outside of your kagule. I got it... Where did I get it? Probably like Sierra Trading Post, I think. Yeah, I think that's exactly where I got it. Normally when you're buying those sort of clearance items, you really don't have much of a choice. So it's kind of a bit of a purpley blue color. But when you're out in the rain, I don't know that fashion really matters. I've worn it a few times hiking with Juno. Not hiking, walking, just walking Juno. I obviously gotta, I feel bad. It's been raining for 2 weeks in a row. I gotta still take her outside and get her energy out. Alright, now we're really paranoid about not having wool. So I'm gonna collect all the various colors of wool, and our inventory is gonna be full of wool. Right? Sheep agrees. Cool off! Ah, skeletonus. Hello. So yeah, I guess to answer your question, I did buy a new rain jacket. A raincoat, rain jacket. I don't know what else to call it. It's got a hood, zips, and pit vents to ventilate my armpits. You know how it gets. You know how it gets under there. Oh man, thank you very much, Pallet Hands, for those questions and weird words. Florin, the T is silent. Florent, have I been saying Florent for the last 5 years? Florin, the T is silent, asks, how are the elevated hidey-holes, now that we have the inventor of the elevated hidey-holes here in chat, and Venom, How are the elevated hidey holes and a single torch to protect you from a skeleton spawning nearby? Surely it can shoot at you from a distance. Don't call me Shirley. I don't... That's never been a problem. I'm certainly not staying awake long enough in the elevated hidey holes to allow for things to spawn too close. But there's also a rule in the game. Is it 32 blocks? No hostile mobs can spawn. Is it 32 or 18 or... There's a radius around the player that no hostile mob can spawn. And I'm told it's 25 blocks by the experts. So I feel like that radius, combined with the fact that I'm not just sitting there for minutes at a time, means I'm pretty safe. I mean, we have had in the past, mostly in underground hidey holes that are next to caves we don't realize. We have had in this version of the game, you know, in the current versions, it's like you cannot sleep. There are monsters nearby. In this version, it'll just spawn. If a monster could spawn within 3 blocks of your bed, 2 blocks of your bed, if the light level is low enough for a monster to spawn, it will wake you up and spawn the monster in your bed. Suddenly, there's a monster in your bed. See, because you're not wearing the covers. The covers are what protects you from the monsters. We've learned this already in this episode. How much more convenient could I tie in all of these stories together? So yeah, we have had that happen a couple times. It's mostly zombies that spawn next to you, but they're so close that you can spam click in this version of the game and kill them pretty quickly. So yeah, I do my best. That's definitely a spawner. I do my best not to allow myself too much delay in getting to... I don't see it. I can't explore it. Even if there's another golden apple in there, can't do it. It's not allowed. It's against the rules. But I appreciate your concern. But it's one of those things that hasn't been a problem, so it isn't a problem. Like the things we have started to do to protect ourselves, like not going caving, or if I see a cave, avoid it. Whoa, watching where we're walking. These sorts of things. We've adjusted as the journey has continued. We've adjusted our practices and our care throughout the world. Like carrying Wolfie treats in case he decides to hug a cactus, as has happened in the past. These sorts of things are little patterns, little things we've learned and added to the series as we've continued on here. Over the course of 7 years, you pick up some habits. You pick up a habit or two, I think. DJ Sylvian, today, with a donation today while I was streaming. If you could plan out a mission to space with humans, why can't I go with dogs? Why do they have to be humans? What would you do and where? Well, I mean, if we're being realistic, the moon. I would want to go to the moon. Let's go to the moon. That would be cool. The moon is a cool place. And it's close by enough that it seems safe-ish. Safer than, say, Mars. I mean, obviously there's Mars. Why not Mars? If we could find a way to survive it, why not Venus? I feel like Venus is a much more interesting planet than Mars is. Currently. I can see why Mars is more interesting for its past. of potentially having water, potentially having an atmosphere, and potentially having life. But I feel like Venus is far more of an active and interesting planet today. Active volcanic activities, you know, atmosphere, dense atmosphere, about the size of Earth. The only problem is it has the crushing weight of being 2,000 meters under the sea on its surface, and you know, that whole thing being 800, 900 degrees atmosphere. A little bit of a problem there. That tends to, you know, melt metals and, you know, human organs and whatnot would not be able to survive. But yeah, that's a tough question. That's a tough question. Other than like all of the above, you know, going to a moon, an ice moon of Jupiter or Saturn. And if you're going to do that, why maybe set up like a taxi situation where you can land and rendezvous with a few different moons. If you're going to Saturn, might as well stop by Titan and then take a swing around Enceladus. Is that I get the moons of Jupiter and Saturn mixed up all the time, because Europa is around Jupiter. Enceladus is the ice moon around Saturn, right? I think. It's too many moons. Too many celestial satellites. I say. Stop hoarding them all. But yeah, I mean, heck, I just want to go to space. Can I just ride up for a few minutes and then come back? Is that all? Is that something I can do? All right, Wolfie. Let's whoops. Oh yeah, have a seat. Nah, I don't really like you being on the ice. As much fun as dog hockey is with the ice physics. There we go. Let's dig in, and we have more than enough wool now. We have more than enough wool now to set up the end of the episode, Hidey-hole. I do appreciate all your help continuing to donate to Direct Relief at farlandsorbust.com. That was my last torch. Not for long. Torches, torches, torches. So yeah, farlandsorbust.com. Donate to Direct Relief. Ask a question. That actually, all those, that brings me down to one question left. So get those questions in, and you'll definitely be in the next episode of Far Lands or Bust. Woo! That was interesting for a little bit. That whole not having a bed thing at the beginning was a bit of a spooky scenario to be in. Let's make sure we have enough for the next episode. Can I do this? It works. Might as well consolidate the wool. Check that out. Inventory, management, pro, gamer, MLG, leet, hacks. I do appreciate it indeed. farlandsbust.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I apologize. I'm like distracted by the chat. I'm distracted by the weird nature of which we started this episode. I'm distracted by life. What? That doesn't even make sense, Kurt. What's going on here? So yeah, thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. Everything is giving me the jumpies.